Hello, wildlings. I'm your Creepsmith, and you found my Fear Forge. Lucky you.
Welcome back, wildlings. Tonight's creepy chronological conundrum: the safe. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night or randomly checked your watch in the daytime to see the same time over and over again? For me, it's 11:17. I'd say that 1 out of every 3 times I check my watch, that's the time, 11:17. You may have another one like 3:33 or 12:50. If you don't have one, count your blessings. Just stop reading here. But if you do have a time that you can't seem to shake, you might want to finish this and follow the instructions. First, and it could be a pain in the ass, find the place where you were born. The more specific, the better. The exact room if you can, but sometimes what you're looking for can wander a bit. Search the room and the surrounding area thoroughly. You should eventually find a safe with a 4-digit keypad combination. You know which 4 digits to enter. Use a 0 if your hour is below 10. Inside, you should find a manila envelope. Take it out, and be careful to note its surprisingly heavy weight because you don't want to accidentally drop it. With the envelope in hand, get out of there and make sure that no one saw you. Once you're in a safe place, open up the envelope. You should find an external hard drive and 2 smaller envelopes inside. One is labeled Photos. Open that up and you'll find a series of Polaroid pictures documenting your life story. Each one will have a date and a brief description printed in the white space below the picture. You'll never have seen these pictures before or have any recollection of anyone ever taking them. The pictures will often appear to have been taken from secluded areas, as though a stalker took them. Be very careful when looking through these photos that you don't look at any photographs beyond the date you look at them, because they are there, and the future is not meant to be known. The other envelope is labeled Certificates. It's nowhere near as thick as the photos envelope. I would advise you against looking through this altogether, as it will contain all legal documents from your entire life, from your birth certificate to marriage licenses, every driver's license, business license, traffic ticket, or birth certificate that has your name listed under mother or father. Of utmost warning, it will also contain your death certificate. Now, to do the most important part of this, you'll need to obtain a cheap computer that you won't feel too badly about parting with, and a high-quality printer that's full of toner and ink and paper, with extras as needed to replace. Make sure that the printer drivers are installed properly. Don't plug the hard drive in until you're completely ready to print out all the information you find on it, and most importantly, do not connect the computer to the internet. If the computer has wireless capabilities, don't just turn them off, remove them. It needs to be physically impossible for this machine to connect with the internet on its own. Now, once you've plugged the hard drive in, don't do anything on the computer. That hard drive has software that will take control from here on out. If you followed the instructions precisely, the printer should be spewing out pages like mad. There'll be blueprints, schematics, mathematical formulae that most people don't have the capacity to understand. I certainly didn't. If the printer runs out of paper before it's finished, be sure to load more in. You'll know when it's finished because the computer will shut down and never turn on again. And the final printed page will say End of Instruction Set. Then below that, it'll provide an IP address. Go to that IP address in your web browser. It'll prompt you for your 4-digit password. From there, further instructions will be given. There are about a dozen of us who have followed these instructions so far, and comparing our printouts shows that each hard drive only contained a piece of the whole. We don't know how many more pieces there are out there or whether anyone has duplicates, but we're pretty sure that we've been given partial schematics for a working time machine, one that all of us are destined to construct. I've never been brave enough to look at the photos and documents of my future, but others of us have taken the plunge. They claim that every time they look at one of their future pictures, the photo will change, and sometimes the number of photos changes altogether. Now, just as one final warning, destroy the hard drive when you're finished. It's unlike anything any of us have ever seen before, and it seems to be able to turn itself on without an external power source at all. I didn't wait around to see if mine made any noises, but the reports from the others say that at night it seems to whisper to them. So stay scary, wildlings, and make the most of your nights.